For a lot of people, prom was one of the biggest nights of their life. But for one family, Jesus' prom means even more. Spring can be a time of renewal for farmers and their crops, but even more so for one local farmer. Now, the Chinese department here at WKU offers more than this language. They offer things such as paper folding and tea, but what people are really talking about is the future of the program. Walking on the red carpet and arriving in limousines are things you might see in Hollywood. But on this night, those who walked the red carpet weren't going to an award show. Where they were headed to is Jesus' Prom, a special night for special people. And one local church says there's a reason why it's called Jesus' Prom.
It's essentially the love of Jesus shown by throwing a prom night type party, and so we just slammed the terms together.
For a lot of people, prom was one of the biggest nights of their life. But for one family, Jesus' prom means even more.
I would never get to go experience this with my son at a regular high school. I would never feel comfortable even leaving him at a school event.
Ashley Wilson's son Josh suffers from a rare condition.
He has mucolipidosis type 3. What happens is sugar lipids set up in his body. His bones deteriorate. He's very small. Eventually his heart will shut down, lungs will shut down, everything just shuts down.
But that's not stopping Josh from having a good time.
It's fun. My girlfriend's been pulling me around too much.
And he simply says there's one thing he's enjoying the most.
Dancing.
He enjoyed it so much he told his mom something he had never told her before.
He feels comfortable enough to tell me to leave. And he never tells me to leave. He's usually like, don't leave me, Mom.
And that's something organizers say was the whole goal all along.
We see, everyone having a great time. Really just makes it all worth it.
So maybe everyone can have the chance to be a star for one night. Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Zach Boyarski. On an early spring day, people browsed the community farmers market in Bowling Green, ready to get their hands on fresh produce. But record snow levels over the winter prevented some of the vendors from selling their crops.
We did have some farmers that lost high tunnels. We did have some people lose winter crops. Farmers that had vegetables growing outside, of course, lost most of those.
Spring can be a time of renewal for farmers and their crops, but even more so for one local farmer. Thomas Brand of Plano Produce says the new season has him planting new crops.
I'm trying to get into purple hull peas and black-eyed peas, and I think I'm going to try some lady peas this year.
But for Brand, the change didn't come soon enough. Recent winter weather wreaked havoc on his farm.
But this year took a toll on some of the greenhouses. The snow gotten so heavy on it, and it brought the whole thing down.
And some of the winter's effects are still being felt by farmers.
It's been so wet. We can't get in the field to put out our crops for early spring. In a normal year, they will be up already.
And because of that, consumers may see some of their favorite spring produce later than usual.
The 1st of May last year, we had all of the cold climate crops on the table to sell at the market. This year, it's going to be a little bit late because of the weather.
But that's okay with consumers as long as spring is in the air.
The fruits will be coming back. That'll be great. A lot of the farmers will be moving back outside. It's always nice to shop in the fresh air with the sunshine.
And other South Central Kentucky farmers encourage everyone to visit their local community markets. Hot tea, savory food, and colorful decorations all are a part of a typical Chinese celebration. But the Chinese department is celebrating that it now has an established Chinese major and minor.
So from now on, students who are learning Chinese language and culture can major in Chinese.
All came out to celebrate the new major. During that time, people could participate in calligraphy or even master the art of Tai Chi. Now, the Chinese department here at WKU offers more than this language. They offer things such as paper folding and tea, but what people are really talking about is the future of the program. What started out with just a handful of students, the Chinese major at WKU has already grown to 40 within the first couple of months, and some believe the program could become even bigger, sooner rather than later.
I definitely see this going big, having more students. Right now we're about 40, but I definitely see that like doubling and tripling within the next coming years.
We have put a major stake in China as part of our international reach.
WKU's President Gary Ransdell and faculty spoke to students about the growing popularity and the future of the Chinese program. As the job options continue to rise, students say so too do the opportunities.
I think companies would definitely look very fondly on someone who has a background in Chinese. I mean, China is a big superpower in the world.
So with a little hard work and dedication, a few students can help create a new major. Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Zachary Boyarski. Mallory Snell joins us with a final look at our forecast. Mallory, this past weekend was so beautiful. I enjoyed it so much. I had the windows rolled down, had music up really loud. When am I going to be able to do that again?
Oh, it seems like it's been forever, hasn't it?
That same work ethic, it's really simple. Rand Paul's a simple guy, and he had a simple message for the crowd today. That was Bowling Green native Congressman Brett Guthrie speaking on what he predicts Rand Paul's Republican campaign will be focused on. NC12 also asked him what this presidential announcement means for Bowling Green. Mallory Snell is now here with us for a look at our weather. Mallory, we had some pretty warm temperatures today, but that doesn't always mean it's beautiful weather. It was really sticky out there. Coming up on News Channel 12, live at 6, cold weather may be gone, but local farmers are still feeling its effects. For more local news, sports, and weather, check out our website at newschannel12live.com. Have a good night.